Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're doing well on this afternoon, or whatever time it is that you happen to be here. We're going to tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Some nice copal. Clear our space. All right. In the central energy for the collective. In the central energy for the collective. This came out and it jumped into the reverse. So we got 3 of Cups in the reverse. There's overindulgence. Somebody could be heavy, using substances heavily, trying to drown their sorrow, perhaps. They're not happy with whatever community they're hanging out in. They could be alone. In the challenge position. In the challenge position, we have the 2 of Swords. So there's, perhaps they're stuck at a crossroads. They're trying to avoid something. They're not able to move forward or return to the past. In the subconscious, we've got the 3 of Swords and the upright. So there's heartbreak, perhaps a divorce or some kind of a separation. In the recent past, we've got conflict. They were in competition with the sun, with your happiness. They were competing for your renewal. Intentions, expectations. Well, we've got the 4 of Cups here. So they have been disconnected. They got to reevaluate because the sun was successful in this competition. In the near future, we have memories or nostalgia here. There could be a returning to a happy framework, a happy state of mind, something familiar and sweet. The lens that's being looked through is judgment. So we've got, there's forgiveness for some and a reckoning for others. In the environment, we've got the Fool. So there's new beginnings. And when this came out, it came out in the upright, flipped in the, and then flipped back into the upright. So yeah, so it's like it's coming out. Somebody's trying to flip it, but nope, it's steady right here. You've got your new beginnings, this new pleasurable opportunity. Hopes and fears. We've got the Knight of Swords and the upright. So somebody's thinking fast. I guess expecting you to hear them out regarding their beliefs. And the outcome is the King of Wands. Bigger picture, overcoming challenges here. All fired up. On the bottom of the deck, strength. So King of Wands is there, very, very strong regarding this wish come true. Whew. He's developed some sort of mastery in this conflict. And with that, he's entering into the Ten of Cups, divine love, which brings a tower to somebody's wealth. Those who'd been working against him, perhaps, are in victim mentality, having negative thoughts, because they're in a Five of Pentacles. He is victorious, and in that chariot moving, there's swift movement here. We've got swift movement with the Ace of Wands and with the Ace of Swords. So it's passionate, it's fiery, it's truthful, and it's sharp, and it's fast. It's fast. There could be a King of Cups here that's or somebody's disappointed and in regret regarding the love, perhaps, of the divine masculine. They're in disappointment because the King of Cups is here, the Emperor is here, and the Hierophant is here. And they are handling all these multiple tasks. So you've got love, you've got it could be the Most High God, the Emperor, the Sun, and the divine masculine, all working together here, juggling these multiple priorities. Whew. And yeah, there's plans, making travel plans. There's a making travel plans. There's a Queen of Pentacles here and a Queen of Swords. So this could be, clear boundaries, and you're being supported here in your truth. Alrighty then, so we got the Three of Cups reversed. Somebody's abusing substances, it looks like, in solitude. It looks like they're alone, they're in solitude, and they're overindulging in something. We got moving, so they may have to move. Three's a crowd, they're moving. Change of residence. Challenged by the Two of Swords. They're weighing their options. They could be at a deadlock, so they may not know what to do. They're challenged by you opening up your heart. Maybe they're challenged by them being able to open up their heart. Maybe that's a challenge for them. They're not able to open up their heart. They're avoiding opening up their heart. So this is what it is. So they had avoidance over opening up their heart. They chose not to love. And so there's a divorce, or they're getting cut off. They have to move. There's a loss, some kind of emotional pain. Change of residence. Yeah, they may have lost their home. They need somebody to open their heart. They're not able to open their heart. And we've got vacation. So it says you will be traveling soon, and it's in the reverse. There's a loss here. They have to move out of the house. They were fighting or trying to compete for your rebirth, for your happiness, for your beautiful life. This came out and then it slid into the reverse, so they weren't able to manifest you. They were trying to be you. They weren't able to manifest this change. Instead, they got disconnected. Their intention was to disconnect you, but they were not able to manifest that. And we've got this narcissist. So a narcissist has been disconnected. And a while back, somebody said that the Narcs were about to be purged. Somebody, you know, I got it written down, and it was several months ago, maybe even a year ago or more. I had a vision of a Brussels sprout stalk, and there were all kinds of Brussels sprouts on it. And a woman, she had it laid out on a table, and I love pictograph communications. It's so less traumatic on the mind. So anyway, she was pulling Brussels sprouts off the stalk. She'd pull one away and set it on the table, and it would stay there. And then she pulled another one off and set it on the table, and then it went back. It snapped back. So somebody mentioned recently about walk-ins. And what I heard like several months after I got the visual of the Brussels sprout stalk was that we are snapping into place. So it appears as though there may be some walk-ins that have snapped into place. And they're here now, purging the narcissists. The divine masculine has claimed the foundation. So there's a return to some kind of a nostalgia, like a memory. There may be memories, happy memories here. The narcissist has been disconnected or purged. Those who were fighting with the sun got purged. So we've got here, there's a nostalgia, which is a memory. It could be a solution, some kind of a solution, or it could be like a movement into some historical place. So those who have problems with addictions, those who gamble, you know, those who they didn't manage their finances well, you know, those who did not improve themselves but got lost in this kind of feral type of existence. Judgment is being called here. In the lens that's being looked through, there's judgment, yeah, and a return. So there's the nostalgia. So there's memories. There's like a memory, like a investigation or some research going regarding addictions and gambling and bad with finances. Judgment is being called, and there's a sending back. Like if you didn't pass, and that's wild. You know, I was in a place in a vision a couple years ago. And I was in this like cafe or something, and I needed bus fare to get back to where my hotel was or something. I needed a vacation. And so I was going around trying to get donations, and it was just a really strange experience. But somebody said that I had graduated with honors, and I said I didn't want to graduate. All I really wanted was a vacation. So it looks like these ones, they didn't graduate. So whatever that means to you, I guess this is an earth school. But they didn't graduate, so they're under judgment, and there's a reckoning. They got to go back and try again. But you are here in the environment with a new beginning, so you have unlimited possibilities here. Pleasure is here for you. Oh, divorce. You're getting a new beginning. You're divorcing these ones who were bringing conflict to your rebirth. They couldn't manifest becoming you. They couldn't pull it off. The universe didn't let them have it. Instead, the universe said, "You know what, Narc? You're going to go get purged." And that's exactly what happened. They're Mercury retrograde, divorced. They're divorced right out of your new beginning, and they have a hope that they can come in here and defend their beliefs, somehow make you understand. And we've got date night in the reverse, so there's no date night, no dates, no opportunity to discuss. We got King of Wands here, very natural leader, very passionate about what he's doing. We saw here that there's that very strong, focused on this wish come true, and these people trying to bring conflict. Yeah, we gotta move on. He's like, move on. There's divorce. You're out of here. And then we've got spy. Yeah. So King of Wands is there. He's a natural leader. He's a visionary. And he sees the bigger picture. He's overcome a lot of challenges, and nobody's able to spy on him. They're not able to spy on him. So he's cloaked, or he's somehow cloaked. Yeah. And the answer is no. They cannot spy on him. And then we've got no, they won't be back. No, they will not be back. Because they're being communicated. They're being told to move on. You're not available. Whew. Okay. No spying. No, they're not coming back. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please. All right. So, yeah, somebody's all by themselves. They're in solitude, overindulging in substances. They got to change residences. They got to move. They got to get a roommate. We got upheaval. Upheaval. So everything's in upheaval. Everything's coming apart. There's a lot of chaos going around. Let's look that up. Upheaval. Nature does not discriminate. Upheaval is a reminder that things can change on a whim. Are you prepared for change? So this is sudden change. They have to move. They're making difficult decisions. They're challenged by difficult decisions. They're challenged by opening up their heart or maybe they never did open up their heart. There's no love in them, so they're at a deadlock. They don't know who to talk to. They're having challenges opening up their heart. Avoidance. We've got growth in the reverse, so they didn't grow. They're challenged because they didn't grow. And so there's a divorce here. They're being cut off. There's divorce, and Mercury retrograde and nostalgia. They're being sent back. They're not traveling forward. They're not able to travel forward. They have to move wherever that is that they got to go. Risk. So they're at risk. This was somebody or someone's, a group or a micro, macro, singular, plural. Please take it as it resonates for you. But they were trying to compete with for your success, for your rebirth, for your happiness. And they were not able to manifest your life for themselves. Battle. So they were battling you. They were battling the sun. And they were not able, the universe said, no, you're not taking this one, or you're not gonna replace this one. You're not gonna win this. Your intentions are foul, and no, you can't have it. What they got was disconnected. These narcs got purged, is what happened. Or they will be. They're too full of themselves. And they're in fear. They're in fear. That's so strange to me, how somebody's so cruel and brutal would be afraid of anything. So there's memory here. There's a nostalgia. So there's a looking into the history in the near future here. There's nostalgia regarding addictions, regarding gambling, regarding bad finances, bad use of finances. Gambling could also have been gambling with family, with the innocence that was connected with. So there's a distraction. Somebody got distracted by your abundance. Or they got distracted by abundance and they took a gamble and they just decided they started gambling, taking risks with their abundance. They gambled, they got distracted, and they gambled away their abundance. They're under judgment and they're being sent back, or whatever they did to this sun with all of their conflict, it's being sent back. Wrath. Oh, wrath is being sent back. God's wrath. Because we saw the Hierophant and the Emperor there and the King of Cups. So divine masculine here in the King of Wands energy. He's like, you cannot spy on us. Narcs are being purged. The love and the divine masculine is here, supported by the Most High God and the Sun, as far as I can tell, in his Emperor energy. And the wrath that these ones have been pouring out onto the populace is being returned to them. And that's a lot of wrath. I heard adversary talking about many nets, many hexes, and they're all going back. So these ones are being divorced right out of your new beginning. They don't get to take part in your pleasure. They don't get to take part in your pleasure. And we've got commitment in the reverse because they did not honor their commitment. There's a divorce because they did not honor their commitment. You get a new beginning. All of the wrath that they poured out onto you is going back to them. We've got a Knight of Swords trying to defend their beliefs, but there's Date Night in the reverse. They're not going to get the opportunity to connect with you. Play. Because they're just playing around. They're just playing around. They lack commitment. So then the King of Wands is there, looking at the big picture and making certain there's no spies. Like he's like whacking all the spies in the head or something. They can't be here. So there's no warning. So the spies, so he's undoing the spies. There's not going to be any warning. No warning for the spy. They're going to get flipped. This King of Wands is like, and then we got catching, and catching is like scarcity. Is what I got from it. It's really kind of a strange, I've never even seen that word before I got these cards. Catching. Because it's not even spelled like catching. C-A-T-C-H. It's C-A-C-H. So it's like a cache. Kind of like a hidden supply. Like, and you're keeping it to yourself because yeah. Because you don't want these spies to take it. These awful people that have been hurting and fighting with others to take it. So the cash is your savings, is your what you've worked hard for. So there's the King of Wands is here and he's like, there's no warning and there's no spying. Or maybe he's flipping that spy up on their head and taking their cash, their hidden supply, without a warning. So the spies, whoever the spies are, which could be remote viewers, astral travelers, those who open portals in other people's homes and then lurk and peeping Tom and live vicariously through those. Very, very much trespass against personal privacy. It looks to me like this King of Wands is getting ready to go take their cash, their stash. Or it could be that nobody can spy on where his stash is. We'll get some more clarification. We have an anomaly here. So something is out of the ordinary. It's like it was not, or there's something, an anomaly, something unexpected. Like this says, you may be questioning if someone's behavior, good or bad, serves as an indication of who they truly are, or if the situation was a rare event and out of character. Sometimes we just need to have one small encounter to understand a greater potential or to be able to rule out an absolute. So an anomaly. There could be, this behavior is an anomaly of self-interest, and it has been observed. So this envy, greed, this taking these great risks, trying to put out the sun, trying to dim the sun, trying to destroy the warmth of the sun. Battle. It was seen that this scavenger was what? Trying to influence grief in order to obtain gifts and a pathway so that they could mimic the true being, the true sun, and then dominate others from a distance. Meaning unseen, these astral travelers, these remote viewers, these who have portals and open portals in people's homes and go in and disrupt their lives and F around with their minds and stuff. So that's what they've been doing, and it's been exposed. And it could have been communicated in some kind of a sacred space with some kind of a bond. Like they may have bound with somebody and they can't hide because they weren't able to manifest this. They couldn't defeat the sun, the shining one. The Christed being, the earth angelics. So they're in solitude right now. There's the group that they were working with apparently is not doing well. They got to move out. They got to change residence. They're no longer welcomed in that group. They've been kicked out. They've decided to move out. Everything's an upheaval here. Everything's an upheaval. Positive. My intentions are pure and I only want to improve your life. This could be the message of the sun. You know, everything's got to go into upheaval now because you gotta go learn how to open up your heart. Be love. Whoever that is. They're challenged by difficult decisions. There's a deadlock here. They did not experience any growth. All they experienced was upheaval for others. They were causing upheaval for others, trying to steal their life path. And so now the upheaval is back on them. The sun's intention, it looks like, is only to improve themselves, you know, and their future by giving them the opportunity to do the lessons again. Envy. Yeah, they did not grow because they were just envious. They seek to undermine the successes of others as a means of elevating their own selves. They don't want to grow. They just want to appear as though they have. And the thing about that is they don't appear as though they have because they're still very cruel, very crass, very disrespectful. And anybody who has actually done the work and has grown, they lose a lot of that disrespectful arrogance, this narcissistic behavior, because they find out that it doesn't serve the higher good. It doesn't get you where you need to go. So those greedy ones, they're being let go here. They can't travel toward you. It could be that they're losing their opportunity for astral traveling or telepathy or remote viewing or anything. They're at risk. They know they're at risk. There's something positive here. Now, whether it's the sun's intentions for their change, or whether they're trying to convince somebody that their intentions are pure. They're envious and greedy. They're at risk. They did not win this battle. They don't have any support. They weren't able to manifest it. We've got disconnected. Four of Cups, disconnected. The narcissist has been disconnected and they're in fear. They're very unfriendly. They need a safe space. So they're in fear and they need a safe space. There's, there's memories of they got distracted by the abundance. They got distracted by the abundance and they fell into addictions and gambling problems and were bad with finances. They didn't grow. They got distracted by the abundance and they just partied hard and had a great time and they broke hearts and fought with those who were in the light because that's where the reward is. And the only work that they wanted to do was to beat somebody else down. They didn't actually want to add this beautiful energy and value to their own soul. They wanted to destroy it in everybody else so that they could appear as though they were greater than they are. So now they need assistance. They have to move. Their judgment is being called. And we've got Mercury retrograde on all that wrath that they sent out. All that manipulation. It's like now everything that they spoke badly about you, people now know that that was just projection and it's all going back on them. Because it was actually them they were talking about, but they were projecting this onto you. We've got chaos. So there's wrath. So judgment is called. It's Mercury retrograde. Wrath and chaos is going back to these people. You've got a new beginning and they are divorced right out of it because they did not honor their commitment. So they're getting divorced right out of your future here. Right out of your new beginning. They don't even get the opportunity to date anybody. It's like, nope, they don't have any opportunity whatsoever of hooking up with anybody. Because their career, they got to go get a job. So they're getting divorced out of your energy and from your gifts here. And because they did not honor any of their commitments and they got to go get a job. They're not able to get a date with anybody. They can't go date others and then play around with them. You know, mess with their mind, mess with their head, mess with their finances, take their stuff. And that's bad news. They can't date people and play with their minds. King of Wands is here and there's no warning. He is not offering any warnings to any spies. They're getting flipped right up on their heads. They may lose their cash. They may lose their savings. It looks to me like it's getting taken from them and claimed by the divine. Yeah, because I gotta put that back because I don't know which way that's supposed to go. This one, imposter. So there's caching. So caching. It's like saving for a rainy day. But caching, look at this, what he's doing with this stuff. It's like this crow, it's like he's burying it for a, you know how squirrels bury their nuts, and crows, I think, do that too. It's like they save it for a rainy day. But look at this. It's like there's no warning. Nobody can spy on it. It's like nobody's going to see this coming. It's kind of like the imposters are going back in the ground. They're starting over. They got to go back to the dark and try to sprout the seeds in their inner garden. It's what it looks like to me. It looks like to me that they're going back, and they're going in the ground, you know, for that, and then they got to try to drum up the light within them so that they can sprout and then reach for the sun. You can't bury the sun and pretend like you have grown. That's just weird to me. You know, and then there was a thing like Gates or whatever had plans of dimming the sun by a third. I truly believe that was an allegory or whatever that's called. Like they really intended to take 1/3 of the light-bearing beings out of this realm. Dim the sun by a third. Those who are carrying this magnificent light within them, they meant to get rid of 1/3 of them. That's how I'm reading that. They're very, very unfriendly. They're going back into the dirt as a seed, and they're gonna try to grow. They want revenge. You know, they're these dishonest people, these dishonest, unfriendly people want revenge so bad. They took unsolicited advice, or they're giving unsolicited advice. Everybody is certain that they know best. They're yelling, they're arguing, they're uncertain, they don't know what to do. They want revenge on you bad because you've grown. Or it could be that there's a growth inside of them and they have to get it out of them. So they need to go date. They need to go tag somebody. And that's the secret. But date night's not going to happen. The divine masculine is like, no, you're not going to be doing that anymore because we know what you've been doing and we're not going to allow it. So it really appears to me like this is a crucial time. And those who are greedy are at risk. Since we're already at 43 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and leave that one here. I hope that this clarifies something you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.